Let's jump over to the Seahawks and the Falcons. This is one of the most exciting games this week. I'm really pumped for this one. I think this is going to be a pretty high-scoring game. We'll see if they let Russ cook. That's obviously going to be the biggest question heading into the year for the Seahawks is, will they just let Russell Wilson play like Patrick Mahomes? Will they just let him throw the ball 30 times a game? That would be amazing. Russell Wilson would be the number one fantasy quarterback overall. And then the Falcons, upgraded offensive line is healthy. They lost a lot of pieces last year on the offensive line. I think their offense is going to be great this year. Not expecting their defense to be that great. This should be one of the highest scoring games on the week. Over under right now, 48.5. I'm still going to take the over. Implied point total, Seahawks 25, Falcons 23. So they're expecting this to be a close game. I think this would be a back and forth barn burner between Matt Ryan and Russell Wilson. And, one of the things that we've seen, even the last time, the closest thing that we've had recently to the situation that we have right now with COVID was the lockout year in 2010, when there was a very truncated preseason. There was a lot less training camp because of the lockout. And in that season, offenses absolutely killed it. There was way more passing yardage. There were way more scoring plays in that season because defenses were just not in gear, especially early on in the year. So if there's going to be anything different this year, it's that there's going to be a lot of teams that just absolutely explode out the gate offensively. And between the Seahawks and the Falcons, I'm expecting there to be a lot of points scored. Neither of these teams were that great on defense last year, and I'm not expecting them to be much better this year. Yes, they add some help in the safety department for the Seahawks, but losing Davian Clowney is going to end up hurting them on the defensive line. This should be a really high-scoring game. So you probably can already guess. We're going to throw as many options in this game as possible. So I talked about the Panthers and the Raiders as being a DFS target game. This is another one that we're going to target a lot of guys in this game. Matt Ryan, Russell Wilson, start them both. Chris Carson, Todd Gurley, you drafted them early. You're starting them both in this game, like both Julio, Ridley, Tyler Lockett, and Metcalf. And then really love Hayden Hurst in this game. Again, the Seahawks were absolutely garbage against the tight ends last year, and I think Hurst can come out and have a really good game in this one. Greg Olsen, I'm going to pause and see, is Will Disley healthy? Are they going to use Hollister? Is Olsen actually going to be the third target on this team? We don't know. Try to avoid Olsen if you can. That would be the only main pass-catching option here that I'm avoiding. But starting everyone else, Josh Gordon and Russell Gage, I think you could do that in like a really, really deep league, or if you just want like an absolute flyer for a GPP, you could potentially start Gage, but I don't think either of these guys are going to see a good bit of targets unless Lockett, Metcalf, or Julio Ridley go down. So I'm not going to start them, and I'm definitely avoiding both defenses in this one because this one could be an absolute barn burner. Right now, our projection, I think the Seahawks take this one 34-28, but it should be a close game, and honestly, this one could even go higher in the point category overall. This one is easy. If you have Seahawks, you have Falcons, you're starting them.